Hello and welcome to the Clarence D. East Field, where the Dukes of York High School will be facing off against the Downers Grove North Trojans. I'm Griffin Hanna. Joined with me is Henry Borchers. Henry, what do you expect to see out of this York Dukes defense to start the game?
Well, coming off a good few wins the past couple of games, hopefully trying to add on to that, get some big stops here. I know last year they absolutely destroyed Downers Grove North. So we'll see what they do now.
Connor Smith to kick off here for the Dukes. He's been having a stellar season so far, not having yet to miss a field goal attempt or PAT. One notable injury is that Matt Young was questionable heading into the game with a thumb injury, looking like he's going to play as he's padded up and was a captain for today's game. Connor Smith kicks it away, somewhat of a short kick, lands around the 35. Dukes almost fell on top of that, but DGN was there, number 84 of DGN. That is Ryan Brown, plays wide receiver and DB for the Trojans. One thing that's really helped the Dukes defense so far for these sophomore games is their defensive line of Braden Byford, Danny Farmer, and Blake Ankowski racking up sack after sack for the York Dukes defense. Back at quarterback for DGN is number 4. That is Sam Marshall. Hands it off here. Pushing forward for an extra couple of yards is number 22, Griffin Watford.
Yeah, Griffin Watford able to pick up a few yards there. See if they're going to mainly the run game today, because it is windy, or if they're going to try to throw the ball.
Definitely hard to run up through this at center of the Dukes defensive line. Dukes only coming out with 3 down linemen here. Box is full, though, so let's see if they pass in this situation. Marshall get in the audible. Griffin Lockwood in the backfield. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen, 1 wide receiver in motion. Hands it off to Lockwood. Lockwood cuffs it back up inside.
Yeah,
gets it moving.
Lockwood able to get about 5 yards. Good movement there from DGN.
Yep, great job by the DGN line to open up a gap for Lockwood, and he just shot right through it. Tackle made by Tommy Hostler, number 44. Let's see here, it's 3rd and 1. Let's see if DGN keeps it on the ground here. York has yet to stop this rushing attack. And they do. Hand it off to Lockwood. Lockwood cuts it up inside. He's got space. But number 7 was there for the tackle. That is Greg Wintruck there on the tackle for the Dukes. Great job by Wintruck going at the ankles, getting the power rusher and Lockwood down.
Yeah, Lockwood able to pick up about 10 there, trying to see what they can do. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 43.
Let's see. DGN and Marshall getting the play call here. Let's see if they get the first pass play called this drive, or if they stay on the run. Jumbo package here, only 2 wide receivers. It's a jet sweep to 84, and it's blown up in the backfield. Fighting for it to get about a yard. Ryan Brown shut down by the York Dukes defense.
Yeah, that's the first time we've seen Ryan Brown given the ball. See what else he can do in this game.
Danny Farmer getting in the backfield and tackling Brown for the loss there. Let's see if they finally get the ball going through the air. 2 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen, 1 isolated at the top. Marshall drops back to pass. Throws it to number 16, and it's dropped. Good coverage there by number 28 of the Dukes.
Yeah, it was a bullet pass there from Marshall.
Marshall trying to hit Ja'Kai Williams, but just couldn't get it in there. Tight window. Third down here for DGN, 3rd and 8.
Big drive here. DGN trying to get any momentum they can. Try to get the first ones to score.
Hard count there. Marshall now getting an audible from his head coach. Marshall drops back to pass out of shotgun. Screenplay in Lockwood. Tackled by Wintruck again.
Number 7, Greg Whitrock. Was number 22,
yeah, Lockwood's been given the ball a lot already, and we're only about 4 minutes in, about 3 minutes in here, 7 minutes, so Lockwood definitely going to be targeted again.
Let's see, it's 4th down here. DGN and Marshall staying out there, definitely trying to go for it on this crucial 4th down. I formation here, definitely a handoff, and they do. And he cuts it up upfield. Number 40 has a lane. And tackled around the 10-yard line. Great rush by number 40 of DGN.
He's going to be tackled by Matthew Young.
Baker Glom there with the big run. Coming back out in I formation. Back to Glom. Glom now going to the outside. He has a lane. And it's a touchdown for Glom. Great rush there. Bouncing to the outside once the interior line got through. Nobody in the secondary to get him down.
Yeah, Jeremiah Robinson not able to get off his wide receiver and able to make the tackle there. So they're going to line up for the field goal.
Like you said earlier, Jeremiah Robertson wasn't able to get off his block. Total team effort there on that touchdown from all positions. Glob also kicks the PAT, and it's good. Hits off the bottom crossbar.
That was number 40, Baker Glob. Touchdown and the point after.
Something you don't see every day. Scores a touchdown and kicks a PAT, and it's good.
Yeah. The Duke's offense going to try to get back onto the field, see what they can do in the first drive for them.
Duke's offense definitely trying to match that touchdown. Let's see if they go in the run play or if they go through the air with their quarterback, Zach Assad.
Yeah, Zach Assad definitely a lot better than he was last year. And as we said earlier, they did beat Downers North last year, but we'll see how this turns out.
Lot can change from year to year. Players develop. Dukes were favored coming into this. Back to receive for the Dukes is number 28. That is Ja'Kai Williams.
Number 40, Baker Glom.
Ja'Kai Williams plays DB but doubles as the kick returner.
Baker Glob going to kick this one off for Downers North.
Glom kicks it away. Short kick. Jaden Shaw calls for the fair catch.
Fair catch by number 23.
Down near the 20, and now the Dukes will get their first chance on offense. Henry, what have we seen a lot from the Dukes offense this year so far?
Well, you've seen a lot of throwing, a little bit, some running too. But as the Dukes come on the field here, they're going to be trying to get something going.
One person you'll constantly hear, especially throughout the game and mostly on this opening drive, is their running back, number 20, Chris Georges. Dukes, they have a strong passing game, but even a stronger running game, and they run it, this entire offense through him almost.
Yeah, George is one of those guys that just absolute unit.
Assad in the shotgun. Georges is his running back. Let's see if he hands it off here. Assad takes a snap and he hands it off to Georges. Georges cuts it up on the outside. Georges has a lane. Rushes for the first down. Good rush of around 12 there from Georges.
Yeah, first play of the game for Dukes. Like what I was saying, absolute unit. Chris Georges, he's going to find any open pocket. You cannot leave him open.
Give it right back to Georges. This time he's tackled for a short gain.
Number 20.
Yeah, Georgia's only able to pick about 2 there. Duke's trying to play it quick.
Duke's going no huddle here. Right back to Georges. Georges cups it up the middle. Good gain there of about 5, 6 maybe.
Yeah, I mean, 3rd down, all of Georges. Georges can get a lot of yards this game.
Number 3, Nathan Corey.
Only 2 wide receivers here. Definitely double back formation for the Dukes here. Definitely going to be a handoff, but to whom is the question. Saad takes a snap. This time goes to Jaden Shaw, and that play is blown up in the backfield. DGN saw it coming. Great tackle there by Glob, tackling Shaw in the backfield, getting a huge loss there on 3rd down, and the Dukes will punt.
Yeah, there's absolutely no option there for Jaden Shaw. Just got blown up as soon as he's given the ball. We'll see what Connor Smith can do.
Back to return for DGN is number 7 and number 18. That is... Sorry, we do not seem to have those rosters as Connor Smith kicks it away down to near the 42, or sorry, the 38.
Yeah, good kick there from Connor Smith. Sure he's hoping to get a little bit farther than that, but not bad.
Here comes the Dukes defense, definitely trying to stop DGN from scoring again, with Downers Grove is just trying to repeat what happened earlier this play, or earlier this game.
Yeah, York's already on the back foot. I mean, it is early, but obviously probably hoping to get a better start to this game, trying to get that first possession.
Here comes Marshall and the DGN offense trotting out for their 2nd drive of the game. Lockwood in the backfield now. Glob getting a much well-deserved rest. Hands it off to Lockwood. Lockwood cuts it upfield, and he's tackled around the 50. Good gain of about 9 yards there.
Yeah, Matt Young able to bring him down, keep him from getting any more yards on the play.
Let's see here if DGN will pass it or keep it on the ground. Marshall, get in the play call here. It's odd that DGN does not huddle, but they do not run a hurry-up offense. No tight end lined up here. 3 wide receivers at the top of your screen. Hands it off to Lockwood anyway, and he gets a good gain, about 3 yards in the 1st down.
Yeah, Lockwood able to stumble forward there into the Dukes defense. Pick up 3. It's going to be on the 47, looks like. Yep, it is.
Let's see here. Glob coming in for Lockwood.
Break that one up. It's going to be 3rd down for Downers Grove.
3rd down and 9 for Downers Grove. Obvious passing down here. Dukes only come out with 3 down linemen. Fill the box with an extra DB in there. Let's see. Wide receiver in motion. That's Glom. Jet sweep to Glom. Nothing really develops, and number 3 is in the backfield for the tackle for a loss. Big tackle there from number 3, Will Butte.
Wow, Glom just trying to make it around the outside, but Butte absolutely destroyed him. About a loss of about 2 or 3 yards there.
DGN's going to punt here, trying to pin York way back in their own territory.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. You want to have just enough leg to make it to the end zone, but not go into the end zone. See how far they can push him back.
Definitely trying to kick it out of bounds here as the Dukes have number 3 set to receive. Glom kicks it away. Really short kick here. Bounces near the 20. Great bounce, though, for DGN. Ends up being around the 7-yard line. And the Dukes will have quite a journey to get the first touchdown of the game.
Yeah, Glom able to have a little bit of a roll on the end of that ball. Butte, no chance to receive, way in front of him. So we'll see what the Dukes offense can do here.
45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Let's just see if the Dukes run a play, run out the clock, and then recoup in the second quarter.
Yeah, Dukes trying to get some momentum here. right before the end of this first quarter, trying to get maybe halfway down the field, at least trying to get some momentum going into the second quarter as they're down 7.
Assad in the shotgun. Georges is his back. Four wide receivers split 2 and 2. Karan in motion, though. Fires it to Winton. Karan with the block. Winton trying to make a move. First down for Winton, and it's a big hit from DGN, but Winton bounces right back up. Great job there from Chris Winton.
Yeah, Winton able to just tiptoe that line. Great block from Karan there.
Yes, Winton making a couple moves, but huge blocks there from Karan. See Assad in the backfield, in the shotgun. Takes a snap this time, hands it off to Georges. Georges cuts outside. Georges picking up steam. Keeps his legs moving for a first down or about 9-yard gain.
Yeah, Winton able to kind of throw a little block there at the end, trying to get any more yards for Georges.
That's what we were missing in the first drive there, that big explosive run for Georges.
First down.
Georges looks like a power back, but he's got some sneaky speed in those muscular legs of him, can run over a guy or just run past him.
Yeah, Georges a huge part of this offense.
Let's see. Assad in the shotgun, fakes a handoff. Karan now with the ball. Just blocks there from his receivers. Karan carried for the first down. There's a flag on the play.
Looks like
down near the 40.
Miles Karan, there's a flag.
Possibly it could have been on Winton. Winton trying to throw a little cheap block, but we'll have to see.
I don't know if it's on Winton. He did a good job of keeping his hands off. No block in the back. Clocked right, holding on the offense. No number listed. And that will...
Yeah, it's going to bring us to the... It looks like it might bring us to the second quarter.
Maybe getting time on the clock due to the flag, but...
Yeah, the officials has not said anything about clock time. We'll see as they set the ball up here in the center.
They do. A little confusion here. And yes, the quarter has ended.
And that ends the first quarter.
That is all from us. For YSN, I've been Griffin Hanna.
I've been Henry Borchers. We're going to go ahead and turn you over to Charlie Lehman and Henry Mead.
Attention, if you parked on a side street, the Elmhurst Police Department has requested everyone to follow all parking regulations on side streets during football games. Do not park on both sides of the street on the 300 West and 400 South blocks of Hillside.
Hello and welcome back here to York High School. A little bit of an announcing switch up here for the second quarter of this sophomore game. I'm Henry Mead, and alongside me is Charlie Lehman. Charlie, anything you're looking forward to here for the second quarter?
This Duke's offense needs to get moving here more. We've moved the ball pretty well, but haven't gotten it into the red zone like the Trojans have. As you can see, the score 7-0 Trojans as we enter the second quarter of play.
Right, a little bit of a similar theme here than we saw last week against Hinsdale Central, with the offense getting off to a slow start, but they had a couple of explosive plays and that got them right back into the game. That is exactly what we need here, as York will start with the ball right at their own 30-yard line. Zach Assad taking the snap. He's going to hand it off to Miles Karan, running towards the bottom of the screen. He's breaking away. 40-yard line. He's pushed out of bounds right at the 50. Excellent pickup there from Miles Karan.
Excellent run to get a rare first and 13 there. Big hit at the end there too, but great run overall.
This DGN defense has been ruthless with those hits so far. I've seen a couple instances now where they've pushed him out of bounds. Definitely a lot harder than some other teams do.
That's football.
Zach Assad here, set to take the snap right at the 46-yard line. Taking his time. Hands it off to Georges, who is small pickup, but eventually gets stuffed by the DGN defense right about the 42-yard line.
Another solid pickup, and I apologize. I don't think that was actually first and 13. The scoreboard's kind of being weird right now, but
looks like it's about 2nd and 5 on the 42-yard line here for the York Dukes offense.
Good first down run pickup. Always take 5 yards on the first down.
Yeah, this has been a good start to the quarter so far for the Dukes. Cran, a little pre-snap motion running towards the top of the screen. Another handoff to Georges. He's cutting out to the bottom. Oh, and he's breaking away. And he's eventually tripped up right at the 39-yard line. But an excellent pickup there by Chris Georges. This offense keeps rolling, and that's exactly what you want to see.
Great run. Run it right down their throats. Pick up that first down, and we move once again, inching closer to the red zone. First and 10 from the 34 for this Dukes offense.
Yep. More pre-snap motion from Cran. Cran's going to take the ball himself. Heading towards the 30, breaking away a little bit, but it eventually hit right about the 25-yard line.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep running the ball. Pick up around 9 yards, I believe, there.
Duke's offense is hustling here to get another playoff, trying to catch the DGN defense off guard. It's a handoff to Georges, moving right at the side of the field, and he's tackled right about the 20-yard line.
Another run, another first down for this Dukes offense. They are rolling.
The York offense excels in the red zone, and that's what we're getting close to here.
First and 10 from the 22 here, which I think is, they are in the red zone now.
Yep. Assad under center, looking to take the snap. You can see Fuentes and Cran lined up in the bottom of the screen. Georges is going to take the ball, moving towards the left side of the field. Georges breaking away. That's going to be a touchdown for the Dukes.
Explosive run, another run for this drive. Evading some tackles, absolutely amazing for this Dukes offense.
Chris Georges, yet another touchdown on his so far amazing season. Did a really good job there of reading the defense, finding the holes, and found the end zone there. Great capitalization there from the York Dukes offense on a dominant drive.
Great running all drive there. Now got this PAT to tie it up at 7 with 7 to go in the second quarter.
This will be Connor Smith set to kick the ball. And he puts it right through the middle of the uprights.
Point after kick
it's money. 7-7 with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Score is tied 7-7.
I believe that was Andrew Tinch holding the snap.
Now we do have a fun snippet about these guys and their history with DGN. Henry, take the lead here.
So as some of the listeners at home may know, this York Duke sophomore team has yet to lose a game in their high school career, and they beat DGN last year, their freshman year, by about 20, I believe, Charlie.
Looking to keep that streak alive here on this beautiful night in Elmhurst.
Connor Smith taking the field again, as well as with the York Duke special teams. Gonna kick the ball back to DGN for yet another drive, with about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Charlie, anything you've noticed about the York Dukes defense so far today?
It's pretty solid. That first drive wasn't ideal, kind of letting them run right down the field. But after that, they've kind of picked it back up, getting some good stops there. Let's see how they do here, hoping for a big, quick stop, and then the Dukes offense can take it over from there.
Absolutely. Connor Smith getting ready to go. Ball is in the air, and it will fall right at the 25-yard line. DGN's going to attempt to return it. Breaking towards the bottom of your screen, right about the 35-yard line, 40-yard line, and he's brought down by a horde of York Dukes defenders. Looks like that was Tommy Hostler who got in there for the tackle in the end.
Downers Grove had some good blocking there, allowing them to get a good return on that kickoff. Starting from the 40, good field position for this Trojans offense.
On the 41-yard line.
Absolutely.
And it looks like we got just a huddle.
Yeah, DGN got to clarify some things. York is ready to go.
Henry, what do you think about this highly anticipated varsity matchup after this game?
I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to be a defensive-heavy game.
I think it's going to be a Dukes win, but we'll have to see.
Oh, absolutely. All right, DGN set to kick this drive off. Going to hand it off to the running back, breaking through the middle, and he's brought down right about the 46-yard line.
22, Griffin Lockwood on the run.
Solid run for this It's Trojans offense.
Yeah, he was brought down there by number 22.
30, Vincent Howard, and number 22.
Number
Matthew
22,
Young.
Matt Young, and number 30,
Second
Vince
down,
Howard.
4 yards to go for the Trojans.
2nd and 4 now from the 47-yard line.
DGN set to take the snap. Another handoff to the running back. Doesn't get far at all before he's brought down. Looks like by
Number
Braden
22, Griffin
Byford.
Lockwood, tackled by number 61.
Great stop there to bring up 3rd and short for this Trojan offense.
Fans, let's
York's going to look to get another
loud.
huge stop here
Really
to
great
force a
job.
punt.
Yep. Yeah, really great job there by Braden Byford, pushing through those Trojan defenders and stopping the running back from getting too far. But that it was Griffin Lockwood, the DGN running back, on that pickup. Looks like maybe a new running back in the game.
Looking to the sideline here, maybe switching up the play. Motion from number 45.
Lots of confusion there from DGN. Another handoff, number 40. Doesn't get far at all. He's stuffed right at the 50-yard line. That's Tommy Hassler.
That confusion obviously messed up the Trojans there. Duke's come up with a huge stop, and it looks like they might be going for it here on 4th and 1 on the 50.
Yeah, it was a great job on that last play by Hassler, just reading the defense and making that tackle. Didn't get anywhere. Hassler was fired up.
Ball's placed right on the Duke logo here. Let's see if we can get a great stop here.
I'd have to imagine they're probably going to be running it, which they do. And I don't think he got it. York doesn't think so either. The Dukes are celebrating, and the
he's
ref
short.
signals he's short.
Number 22,
Huge stop.
Griffin
Get the ball at the
Lockwood.
50. Great motivation for this Duke's offense here to go down, score another touchdown.
It was an ensemble effort.
Yeah.
Turnover on down.
The
First
Trojans just
down.
ran into an absolute brick wall of Dukes. Looks like that was Matt Young, Vince Howard, and Tommy Hassler who got in on the action on that one. And the Dukes are going to take over exactly on the 49-yard line.
First
First and 10.
First pretty bold play of the game here, and it comes up huge for the Dukes.
Yeah, as you can see, we got Christopher Winton and Miles Cran lined up on the bottom of your screen. It's going to be a handoff to Chris Georges, taking it up right up the middle, and he's
Number
brought
20,
down
Chris
right at the
Georges on the run
45-yard
for the
line.
Dukes.
Solid
Tackle made by
4
number
yards, it
3,
looks
Nathan
like there.
Ford.
Always take that on first
Second
down.
Absolutely. As we were talking about last week, Charlie, this Dukes offense is a really good core of receivers with Anthony Massel, Tyler Fuentes, Miles Cran, and Winton, and you can line them up in many different ways to confuse the defense. That's exactly what they're doing here.
Great receiving core, great running back core. This team has it all on offense.
Absolutely. That's a pass to Karan. Oh, and it's a fumble, and it looks like DGN game on top with that one. We're going to wait for the ref to signal.
Ruled an incomplete pass.
Oh,
Brings up a
incomplete
third down
pass.
for the Dukes.
Dukes with a stroke of luck there.
Absolutely. To me, that looked like a fumble. It looked like Karan had that in his hands and then dropped it, but thankfully the refs thought otherwise.
Good thing you are not a referee, Henry Mead, and we get 3rd and 6 from the 45 for this Dukes offense.
Yeah, Dukes get a lucky second chance here on the 45-yard line. You can see here, Winton, Massel, and Karan lined up on the bottom of your screen with Fuentes on the top. Georges in the backfield, of course, with Zach Assad. Ball snapped by number 52, Elias Tamer. Assad looking to throw. There's a flag on the play.
There's a learning opportunity on the field.
Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Dukes offense. It's going to push them back 5 yards. 3rd and 11 here from the 45. 3rd and long.
5 number to go.
Yeah, not an ideal situation. I would assume they're going to be throwing the ball. Charlie, anything to add to that?
This is their first pretty difficult situation of this quarter here. Wind is starting to pick up more. Clearly that wasn't an issue last week, though.
Right. We thought it would be, and then it wasn't.
It was
thankfully.
not. Henry, what do you think the Dukes do here?
Pass the ball. I think that if they can establish the passing game here, I think it'll be hard to stop them since it is so versatile. Fuentes lined up on the bottom of your screen this time. Little flip-flop there. Looking to throw the ball. Assad rolling out to the top, looking to throw. He's got Massel was pushed out of bounds, but that will be a first down for the Dukes.
Huge pickup for the Dukes on a 3rd and long after the penalty. That's huge.
Yeah, really good pickup there, and Coach DeCare is hyped on the sidelines.
Puts him at the 38 yard line.
Dukes are hustling here to get a playoff, hoping to catch the defense off guard. It's a handoff to Georges, peeling off towards the top of your screen, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Looks like about a 5-yard pickup. Nice, solid little gain there from Georges.
Excellent pickup again on 1st down.
Georges has thankfully been super consistent with these pickups. It's been, I feel like, about 5 yards every time.
Timeout called by DGN, looking to stop this Dukes progression downfield. What do you think the key to the Dukes getting into the end zone here is, Henry?
I think passing. I think DGN seemingly has established their defense decently against the run game. But since, like we've been saying, the receiving core is so versatile and complex, I think they can confuse DGN almost a little and potentially look deep, potentially just string together a couple of short plays and get the job done.
This Dukes offense can just kill you in so many ways. You never know what they're going to do, and it always pretty much works.
Right, which is a beautiful thing.
It's a great thing to have. We'll be right back after this quick timeout.
And we are back here at York High School to finish out this drive, finish out this quarter. York's ready to go, DGN's ready to go, so it is time for some more football.
4 minutes, 36 seconds left on the clock in this half. 2nd and 4 from the 32. Both York has 3 timeouts, DGN has 2.
Some pre-snap motion from Miles Coran here, moving towards the bottom of your screen. Little flick to Georges. He's rolling out towards the left side of the field, and he's brought down at about the 26-yard line. Not a bad pickup there from the York's starting running back.
Great pitch run there. Looks like we're getting the 1st down. 1st and 10 from the 27, pretty much to the red zone here.
Handoff, Georges still going, and he's brought down at about the 25-yard line.
Solid run. Gonna bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, on the 27-yard line here for the Dukes. You can see this time Fuentes is lined up on the bottom of your screen with Coran and Winton on the top, and it looks like Massel will be blocking for this play at the tight end. Assad looking around, making sure everything is set. Snap the ball, looking to throw. He's got Fuentes, and he's pushed out of bounds at about the 19-yard line.
It's gonna bring up 3rd and 2 from the 24. So now we are officially in the red zone for this Dukes offense.
Yeah, nice little pickup there from Tyler Fuentes.
Short 3rd and 2 here with around 4 minutes remaining in this half.
Saad's got something to say to his line before they take position. Looking around again. Same formation you saw in the last play. Gonna hand it off to Georges, going right up the middle, and he got absolutely nowhere.
Stuffed right after the run started. Gonna be 4th and 2.
Yeah, number 8 on DGN saw that play from the beginning and didn't let Georges get anywhere.
And it looks like the Dukes are staying on the field to go for it on 4th and 2 here. This is a huge play in the waning minutes of this half.
Yeah, a little bit of a risky play from Coach DeCare here, but I respect that. I appreciate that. We're looking for a momentum swing here to go into the half. That would be huge for this team.
Would be huge. Amazing.
Got Winton lined up on the bottom of your screen. Coran and Fuentes on the top. Massel blocking again. Georges along with Zach Assad under center. Assad looking to throw. He had Massel open, but it was slightly out of reach. And that will bring out the York defense and the DGN offense here to go with about 3 minutes in the second quarter.
Back-to-back turnover on downs. Coach is getting pretty risky here, and it's not turning out well for either of them.
That's okay, though. Sometimes risky play calling is what wins you games.
Dan Campbell, except not in the NFC Championship, but we don't talk about that game, Henry.
Yeah, Charlie's a Lions fan, everybody.
Yeah. Nah, we're good. And we got I have no idea what's going on here.
The ref has something to say to number 3 on DGN, and he's going to have to leave the field, it seems like.
Might be something weird with like something not tucked in, not having, I don't even know. There's weird stuff.
Yeah, who knows. Regardless, we're moving on now.
DGN stuffed pretty far back in their own end at the 19. York's defense pretty hot so far.
He's going to hand it off to the running back. Decent pickup, but he's brought down at about the 25-yard line by number 30, Vince Howard.
Solid pickup for this Downers North offense. 7 yards, brings up 2nd and 3 from the 26 with 2:40 left in the game.
Yeah, I mean, DGN has been using their running back. It's been a running back heavy game, I would say.
A lot of runs from this Trojan offense.
This York defense is just so locked down that they're scared to throw it. Gonna hand it off again, running back, and he gets just about nowhere. Tackle was started by Vince Howard, but Tommy Hassler came flying in there and helped push him back even more.
Stopped right away to bring up 3rd and 3. Defense looking up to get another huge stop to force a punt.
Clock is running. We've got about 2 minutes left here.
Get loud.
27-yard line, and I believe they started on the 19-yard line, so they have not gotten far at all.
Duke fans are getting pretty hyped right now for this huge 3rd down.
A little confusion on the DGN side, and looks like York called a timeout
Timeout
there.
called by Downers Grove North.
Downers Grove North takes their
actually.
2nd timeout.
Sponsors.
They have 1 left with around minute 30 left in the game.
James Buchanan, Elmhurst Bears.
Charlie, what are you looking forward to here with the defense on potentially the last drive of this quarter?
Defense needs a stop here. I mean, there's no other question about it. Defense needs a stop here. Would be huge. Get the ball back to your offense. Let them stomp it right downfield. Get a touchdown to end this half.
Couldn't agree more. Do you think this DGN offense will be throwing or trying to stick to that run game and hoping for a lucky
I would
break?
bet money that they're running it here.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that.
I think Max Bowie gets back there, gets a great hit, brings him down.
Ooh.
Loss of 2. That's my official prediction.
Love it. York's defense is ready to go, and DGN is running back out onto the field. We are set to continue here at York High School. About 2 minutes left.
Some confusion from the referees here.
Yeah, more confusion from the referees.
One of them was looking at us. It was kind of confusing, but, you know.
What do they want?
They know we're doing a great job on the call.
Minute 45 here to go in the half. They're going to hand it off just like you thought, and they are. Running back is brought down by Max Bowie as well as Tommy Hassler.
They got the first, but I did get the run and the tackler correct. So I'll give myself a 50% on that. 1st and 10 for this Trojan offense. Minute 30 left. Clock is running.
Some new faces on this DGN offense. It looks like number 3, new to the game. It's just brought on. Number 45 just left the field.
You got to think Downers Grove throws it here, or at least tries to get something deep.
Yeah,
There's a minute left now.
They're taking forever with this play call. I don't
They've
know what's
wasted
going
30
on.
seconds.
Free snap motion by number 3. Just like you thought, they're going to look to throw. Looking deep. And it's picked off by the Dukes. Will Butte taking it down the field, and he's brought out of bounds at the 35-yard line. And York is heated. I think they're looking for a late hit call, and a flag was thrown.
Yeah, looks like I thought there was going to be a fight there for a second, but huge interception with a minute left in this game. Great return, get it out of bounds, 54 seconds left. Dukes are rolling 3 timeouts.
That was a slightly confusing play. Let's break it down real quick. The QB was looking deep. He got forced out of the pocket. Double coverage down the field. Their wide receiver was being double teamed. Will Butte, great eyesight, great coverage there, and he picked the ball off and brought it all the way back to the York 35-yard line. and then was hit late out of bounds, and a flag was thrown. So it will be York Duke's ball at about the 35-yard line with 54 seconds to go. Let's see what they can cook up here.
Definitely not a smart play there from the quarterback of DGN. Rolling out to his left, just throws it straight into double coverage. Obviously, that's going to get picked, of course, by this Duke's offense. And there's a late hit, I would assume, as we walk forward a lot of yards.
Yeah. It's going to be a personal foul on DGN there, and that ball's going to get placed at the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
Lucky break there for the Dukes.
Plenty of time to get this into the end zone. Dukes just need to stay composed, know who they are.
Trust this receiving core, I would think.
And there's some random guy on the field right now. I don't know who that is, but
looks to be a DGN coach, but he's coming way out on the field. Not sure what's going on here, but he wants to have a chat with the refs.
Looks like we're gonna get a little stoppage here.
DGN is like completely coming off the field, and York's gonna huddle up too. Not sure what this is about, but obviously DGN's got something to say.
That might have been the most heated I've ever seen someone on a sideline, the opposing sideline. I mean, they came in there and they were screaming.
Yikes. I mean, York's offense is just ready to go here. They're just waiting for DGN to clear up whatever confusion is going on. That one coach was meeting with all four out of the 5 officials. Looks like he's all set now, and DGN's going to take the field again.
All right, 54 seconds left.
Let's see what York can cook up here.
On the 20.
You can see Fuentes lined up on the bottom of your screen with Coran, Massel, and Winton in that order on the top. Looking to throw. Assad looking for Massel, and he's got him right at the 15-yard line. Really nice pickup there by Anthony Massel. He was hit pretty hard too, but stayed up, but he was eventually brought down at the 15-yard line. Nice pickup there by the Dukes with 36 seconds left to go, and the clock is running.
Great effort to stay up there after that big hit.
Yeah, the Dukes are hustling, which is good. Pre-snap motion by Coran moving towards the top of your screen. Assad's going to take the ball, looking to throw again, rolling out to the top, looking to throw. Assad tripped up, and he's not going to go anywhere.
Dukes call a timeout, 16 seconds left.
Timeout called by the Dukes.
Looked like Assad was looking deep, and by that I mean looking for the end zone, looking for one of his receivers.
I'd like to take this timeout to recognize
And yeah, we've got a timeout here
sponsors
on the Dukes.
3rd and 5. They can pick up a first down here, but they'd really like to get it in the end zone. As Ryan Brownlee daps up Henry Mead.
Therapy and Wellness, Touching Hearts, Elmwood Irrigation, High and Mighty, ODP,
3rd and 5 from the 15, 16 seconds left. Around a second a yard.
And cheer.
Charlie, I don't know about you, but I would have to imagine the Dukes are going to be looking to throw the ball here.
You have to.
Right. Trust that receiving core. Set the tone, set the momentum going into the half. That is crucial for winning a game against such a good conference opponent like DGN.
You got to be a little weary after that last pass attempt, but with 16 seconds left, you don't have much else to do.
Trust the offense. Let them get it done.
You could get a field goal here, but you don't want a field goal. You want touchdowns.
Touchdowns are where it's at. Got Winton, Massel, and Coran lined up at the bottom of your screen with Fuentes towards the top. A little bit of a different formation. Oh my gosh. And that was a false start. Looks like on DGN.
And there's flag on the field.
Yeah.
Pretty egregious offside there, just pushing down our center. That's going to give us a huge first down from the 10, so first and goal, I believe it should be.
Dukes.
Yeah, that was one of the more obvious offsides or false starts that I've seen in a while. Just completely pushed this York Dukes center Elias Tamer to the ground. No doubt about that one.
And Henry Mead, according to the rules of football, it is technically an offside.
Okay.
So you got to get that right.
Thanks for clarifying. I'll get it.
I don't know
next time.
why, but it is. As we join back, 1st and 10 from the 10.
Same offensive formation. Assad's going to look to throw. He's got Fuentes back in the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Dukes.
Oh my gosh, aired it out. That was a pretty high pass there. caught. Amazing for a touchdown.
Number 8, Tyler.
On first down after that penalty.
Tyler Fuentes, great awareness there. He knew where the back of the end zone was. He kept those feet in bounds, and the Dukes are up. With 12 seconds to go, they're up by 6 points, looking to make it 7. Connor Smith here, looking to put it through once again.
Now I got the PAT attempt here, and it looks money.
Yeah.
Dukes up 14-7 with 12 seconds left in this half.
This whole team is fired up. This is what we were talking about with momentum. It is on our sideline now, and that is crucial.
Momentum is huge. Anyone who plays any sport just knows, even in golf, momentum, huge.
Defensive coach is talking it over with the defense. Maybe a little strategy here with only like 12 seconds to go.
12 seconds to go. DJN's going to be deep. There's 2 options for them. They either kneel it out or they chuck it deep, and I think they chuck it deep because it's DGN.
Yeah. I feel like they've had kind of some risky play calls such as a Hail Mary here. But before we get to that, we got to watch Connor Smith once again kick it off to DGN.
12 seconds to go here. York has 2 timeouts, Downers North has 1.
Two receivers for DGN, far back. Probably trying to get a decent return here off the Connor Smith kick.
A little bit of squib
that one's
kick
gonna
there.
be caught and
Number 84.
not going to go anywhere with it. So DGN will start on the York Dukes 36-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10.
So we got 12 seconds of football here left in this half.
36-yard line.
Indeed.
Awesome. We're going to go with the 37-yard line, maybe.
Henry, I kind of want tacos.
I already had some today, but I'll go with you.
It's good. Go Dukes. If you know, you know.
Shout out Guac and Tacos for some amazing
And
El Pastor tacos.
And they kneel it out. We are not sponsored, by the way.
Nah,
and that
I wish.
concludes our half. Dukes up 14-7. I am Charlie Lehman.
And I'm Henry Mead. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you
Look
for tuning
forward
in.
to seeing you in 2 weeks against LT here at home.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be
Go
there.
Dukes.
Go Dukes.
Draw your attention to the center of the field where our York cheerleaders and the junior cheerleaders will be performing this halftime cheer. Let's hear it for the great coaching of our York sophomore cheer team and our future York cheerleaders. And if you keep your attention at the 50-yard line, the JV Palms team will be performing. Let's hear it for our JV Palms team. number 28, Choi Williams, for this second half kickoff. Kicking for the Trojans is number 40, Baker Glom.
Hello, folks, and welcome back to your third quarter action of York Dukes softball football versus Downers Grove North. We're getting ready here for second half of football. Your York Dukes are up 14-7 after the half. This is going to be Jaden Shaw with the return, and that's a good return. It's going to be up to about the 40-yard line. And your York Dukes will take over on offense, coming out led by number 16, Zach Assad. And Zach, how do you think Zach Assad has done so far this game?
Well, this game along with this year, he's been doing an amazing job getting the ball downfield, converting on third down especially. Last game that we announced, Blanchett, Zach Assad was converting on almost every single third down, and after getting about 5 yards from rushing. I mean, he's doing an amazing job helping out his offense. As the score, you can tell right now, they're winning 14-7, so he's doing his job very well.
Yes, he has. We have Coran in motion now. It's going to be a handoff to Georges up the middle. He's going to get about a 5-yard gain there. And Chris Georges has basically dominated this game so far on the run game. I don't think we've seen another running back in the game so far yet this game.
Yeah, when you're producing this many yards per rush, I mean, you don't really need anybody else unless he's maybe tired. But as you can see, he's been producing very well, and he's not need to come out of the game.
No, he's in phenomenal shape, as you can tell. Assad in the backfield. Georges to his left. Coran in motion. Snap to Assad, handed off to Georges, going to the outside, and Georges is going to get a first down, and he breaks a tackle and rushes for another one. It looks like the ball came out at the end, and looks like they are going to rule him down at around the 46-yard line, and that
Tackle made by number 22, Griffin Lockwood.
a first down. Tackle by number 95. Elijah Lewis. Coran in motion again. Assad takes a snap, back to throw, looking for Fuentes, and Fuentes couldn't haul it in there. That's going to go incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Brings up a second down for the Dukes.
And Zach, do you think that ball could have been caught there?
Yeah, definitely. He just couldn't get the second hand on it. He got one hand, but just a little bit too low for that second one.
Yeah.
You know, Blanchett, the York defense is doing a great job this game, especially against an opponent such as DGN. We always have a great game against DGN, Blanchett.
Yeah, it's always a very competitive game with a lot of big plays being made. And Georges will come out of this game. Checking into the game is number 23, Jaden Shaw, who had the kickoff return to start the second half. Coran in motion. Assad takes a snap. He's going to pitch it. And he is going to get about nothing. Shaw with a no-yard gain.
Number 23, Jaden Shaw.
And it will be 3rd and 10 now for the Dukes.
18.
And you got to see, Zach, do you think we're throwing to the outside here, or do you think it's more of a throw over the middle?
From what I've seen so far, I mean, they've been throwing it to the outside almost every single play. So I wouldn't be surprised if they threw outside, but maybe they'll try and switch things up, throw it a little inside.
They are in trips right here with Witten, Massel, and Coran, and Fuentes on the outside to the left. Tamer snaps it to Assad. Assad drops back, looking for someone. Pocket collapsing, and that is going to be incomplete. And it'll now be 4th and 10.
Brings up a 4th down for the Dukes.
And it looks like the offense is staying out on the field.
It's a very bold move here, saying they're only up. It's a one-score game
Looks
here.
like the punt team on the sideline is getting ready, so I'm guessing they would try to freeze them here if they can to try to get 5 extra yards. But we'll see. Assad in the back. Oh, Assad's going to punt it. Oh, I was not expecting that, and that's going to be called fair catch. And there's now a flag on the play.
A little bit of trick play there by the Dukes.
Fair catch by number 18.
Yeah, when I played last year, we never did that. I was very surprised by that. Yeah, I don't know what the flag is for.
Still discussing it out there.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a legal formation, or maybe after the play.
Yeah, I think it was a called fair catch, and then there was a little contact after the play was over. And let's see the call. And it is illegal contact, so they will add on 5 yards to the play, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans at around the 36-yard line. And the Dukes defense has done a pretty good job so far stopping the passing game of the Trojans. They really haven't been able to pass a whole lot this game. And my apologies, looks like the Trojans will be moved up 10 yards to about the 44-yard, I'm sorry, the 50-yard line. And Sam Marshall, the quarterback, out there. And looks like they're going to get moved back again.
Looks like it was about a 5-yard penalty there. About maybe 10. Maybe it was originally they said 15, and now they're pushing it back to 10.
Yeah, I don't know what's really going on there, but it takes the snap. It's going to hand it off to number 22, Griffin Lockwood. Tackled by number 22, Matt Young, on the play.
7 for Downers Grove North.
The Dukes doing a great job here so far in the game. Their defense being a big factor in that. Holding a team such as DGN to just 7 points throughout the first half is a great accomplishment. They should be very proud of themselves out there.
Yeah, the Dukes D-line has been absolute lockdown other than the first drive is when DGN scored. But after that, the Dukes D-line is the running game has not been able to penetrate anything, and there's a okay run, and that is going to be tackled by number 22, Matt Young.
Number 40, Baker Glom, tackled by number 22, Matt Young. Brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. It's 3rd down, Duke fans. Let's get loud.
Matt Young, with a couple of great plays back to back. He's one of the biggest factors in the York defense. He doesn't look too big out there, but he's actually quite strong.
Yeah, he's definitely a bigger dog than he looks like. And what was that? Will Buta's going to miss the tackle, but Matt Young is going to make the tackle again on back-to-back plays.
45 of the Trojans, tackle made by number 22.
And the ball was given off to number 45, Antonio Rusolazzi. As it'll now be 4th and inches for the Trojans. And the Dukes on 4th and inches. Last time they made a stand. Let's see if they can make a stand here. That'll be a huge play if they can. The sideline here is getting hyped up. You got to expect the blitz coming from the Dukes here. They're going to hand it off to Antonio again, and he is going to get the 1st down, but gang tackled. And there's a flag on the play. I think it actually is a face mask, Zach.
And as one of the DGN players goes down, we'll right back with York Sports Network.
face mask against the Dukes. First down, Trojans.
Welcome back to York Sports Network. Here is Zach Zlakaitis and Brennan Blanchette. As there is just about 5 minutes left in this third quarter here. Downers Grove lining up, running back taking it, getting almost instantaneously stopped by the York's D-line.
Yeah, York's D-line has been a huge impact this whole game.
Tackle made by number 61.
And tackle made by Braden Byford and the whole gang of Dukes there, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
To go for the Trojans.
You know, DGN really hasn't thrown anything yet this game. Marshall hasn't really had the opportunity to throw. It's basically been run game and Wildcat pretty much the whole game. This number 84 is going to go in motion, and Marshall is going to throw here. That ball is going to be caught. I don't think it's going to be a first down, but it will be close.
Pass caught by number 8.
Pass was caught by number 8.
Roman with an amazing catch right there. I mean, he had the man right on him. He was just able to come down with it. Great job there by the tight end.
Yeah. I actually played baseball with him.
Nice.
Marshall takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield by number 44, Tommy Hostler. And looks like the ball came out at the end. I think DGN recovered it, but
they called him down before he let go of the ball. That was a hard tackle.
Yeah, that was a good tackle for Tommy Hostler. And it's going to be about 4th and 2 now. DGN is going to go for it on 4th down again. They are 1 for 2 on 4th down conversions so far this game. Now, if they're going to want to have any chances at winning this game, they're going to have to definitely start making a lot more 2nd and 3rd down conversions. They're going to hurry up to the line. Marshall under center this snap. The Wildcat and the Dukes jump off sides. That is going to be number 42 and number 5, Blake Yankowski.
Yankowski just seems like he's a little bit rushed there. His teammates trying to put him in the position, and it just seems like he's tripped on his own feet. He just fell over.
Yeah, and they were trying to hard count that snap, and it worked perfectly. So it'll now be a first down for the Trojans. It won't be 1st and goal, but they will be knocking on the Duke's doorstep in the red zone.
Yeah, touchdown here by DGN could be a crazy factor to the game, as York's been a little bit slow this game on offense. I don't think we've ever seen them score little as 2 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah. Oh, and that is a good run by number 40, Antonio, and he's going to be tackled by number 22. Number 20.
Matt Young. Gain of 7 on the play, 2nd down for the Trojans.
And it is going to be 2nd and 2 till the first down. They're about 6 yards from the end zone here, and by scoring here, this will make it a tie game. And Antonio gets to the outside, but that's tackled by number 61, Braden Byford, and a great play in the backfield. The Duke's D-line comes through big again, trying to hold their own. And it is now going to be 3rd and 2. So it's going to be no gain, but a great 3rd down. And Zach, they're going to need to make these 3rd and 4th down conversions if they want to have any chance at winning this game, like I said earlier.
You know, I think they should go for the pass here. Number 8, their tight end, has been doing a great job so far. He's been able to get a lot of completions. And, yeah, they should just definitely keep feeding him.
Yeah, Vrauman with 2 of 2 catches from Marshall so far this game. They're going to go with... And it looks like Downers Grove North is going to call timeout. And don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching York Sports Network.
I'd like to take this time out to let you know that John Nolden, a York football alum from Guaranteed Rate here in Elmhurst, is raffling off a $250 Amazon gift card at halftime of the varsity game. Tickets can be purchased at the Spiritware Shed or the South End concession stand. Tickets are 1 for $5, 3 for $10, or 8 for $20. All proceeds go to the York Athletic Boosters to support all York athletics. Winner need not be present to win. Get your tickets before halftime of the varsity game.
Welcome back, folks, as DGN sets up for the 3rd down goal.
Number 16 in motion. Marshall hands off to number 40, and that looks like it will be a 1st down inside the 5-yard line. And tackled by number 61, Braden Byford there. It'll be 1st and goal here from the 3-yard line.
Duke's defense doing a great job out here. It just wasn't enough to stop DGN this drive, as their offense has been lacking in the first half. But now they're coming out strong in the second half, hoping to take the lead. But as of right now, they just need to get back into the tie game.
Yeah, they've just been grinding plays all game down the field, and that's going to be a touchdown by number, did he fumble it? And they are going to call it a touchdown. So it is now 14-13.
Touchdown.
And touchdown scored by number 3, Baker Glom. And Baker Glom is going to do the PAT kick now. So he's making up all the points on this drive. Scores a touchdown and goes out and kicks a field goal. And that kick is up and good, almost blocked by number 28.
Also number 40, Baker Glom.
And with 44 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, the tie game at a score of 14-14. I think the Dukes would definitely want to try to run out a lot of clock here, considering that the game is now tied and only pretty much a quarter to go.
Yeah, the Dukes are going to have to throw everything they have at DGN. DGN's been proving themselves this game, showing they have good offense and defense, keeping it a tie game. And DGN, all they really have to do is just continue with the momentum. They have all the momentum right now. They just scored. There's only 44 seconds left in this quarter, and then just the 4th quarter left. I mean, all the momentum in their hands. It's just what they decide to do with it.
And back to return this kick's number 28, Juju. And Glom getting ready to kick this ball away for a 14-14 score. And it is going to be Jaden Shaw who takes this ball out. He's going to try to get it to the outside. He's got blockers, and he is going to be tackled by...
Number 23, Jaden Shaw on the return to the Dukes. Brought down by number
Great return there by Shaw. He's been able to get a couple extra yards than they would have if they're doing
And so now 35 seconds left in the quarter. Duke's probably just trying to take their time here, and defense wondering how to stop this DGN run game, as it has been explosive this whole game. So Zach Assad and the offense come back out on the field with a tie game and 35 seconds left in the third quarter. Karan in motion. Assad, it's a give to Georges. Georges up the middle, and he is going to be tackled by number 85.
Tackle made by number 95.
Duke's going to try to get off another play before the quarter ends. One last play.
Assad takes the snap, handoff to Georges. Georges gets to the outside. Georges gets a first down and more. It'll be a 10-yard gain, and
first down.
with 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter, or I'm sorry, third quarter. Oh, and this third quarter will come to an end with your score 14-14.
And that ends the third quarter. First and 10 for the Dukes on the.
I've been Zach Sokiatis, alongside me, Brennan Blanchette. Don't go anywhere.
Duke fans, don't
You're watching YSN.
The Spirit Wear Shed and buy your classic Duke t-shirt and sweatshirt before the lines get too long.
All right, and welcome back. As we enter the fourth quarter here, Duke's tied up 14-14 at midfield, looking to get a score in here to take the lead late. He's going to hand it off to Georges. Georges is going to cut to the right side, and he's going to be swallowed up right around midfield, line of scrimmage, and that will be no gain for the Dukes there.
Yeah. Maybe got a yard there on the run, but it's going to be 2nd and 9 here.
Yeah, the Dukes need to get yards here as DGS just came off a touchdown drive by Glam. Now the Dukes need to respond as this game is going to come to the wire as two evenly matched teams. Assad and shotgun. Man in motion. Assad's going to take the snap. He's going to step back. He's going to throw, and it's going to be caught. And he's going to break to the outside, and he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Christopher Winton is going to set up a 3rd and short here for the Dukes.
Yeah, that was a good screen pass there. Now it's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 3 to be exact.
Yeah, now for the Dukes, you can really do whatever you want because obviously this will be 4-down territory. Obviously, Georges has been one of their star players this year. Has been very dominant.
Yeah, well, Ryan said it is 4-down territory, so you do have 2 chances to get 3 yards here. On DGN's 43.
Georges lined up to Assad's left. He's going to try to figure out the play here.
Almost got him the jump there.
Assad gets the play. Assad takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Georges, and Georges is going to cut back in, and it looks like to be short by a yard, as that will set up 4th and 1. As good 3rd down defense there by DGN.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 2.
4th down for the Dukes.
It'll be interesting to see what the Dukes do here, as their defense has played a very good game. So you can either try to pin them down deep or try to get this first down and keep this drive going.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Dukes, very run-first offense here. 4th and 2. They could run the ball. They could throw a screen here maybe, do a little quick pass, or they could have Assad punt the ball to pin them deep.
They're going to go for it here. Assad with Georges lined up to his right. Assad's going to take the snap. He's going to roll out. He's going to throw to the right. It's going to be incomplete. Good pressure by DGN. And all of a sudden, DGN is going to be back on the field in prime territory here. And they look to take the lead on the Dukes here.
Yeah, good defense there. Assad trying to find Anthony Massel there on the out route.
Yeah, it just did not work there. As the Dukes defense now is going to have to step up for the Dukes.
Yeah, they turn it over with 8 minutes and 24 seconds left. DGN on their own 42.
Yeah, DGN hasn't led this game since the second quarter here, as they look to take the lead back.
And it's going to be a timeout called by the quarterback here.
Timeout called by.
I think there's some confusion going on.
Stand here, stand here. Like to take this timeout. It looks so different when you go at their face.
We will be right back.
If the York Duke varsity football team wins, that you can get a free pulled pork sandwich at Blackwood Barbecue at 1715 West 22nd Street in Oak Brook, Illinois. On Saturdays following a varsity football win. To redeem, you can use the code DukesWin at the kiosk, 1 per person per transaction.
All right, we are back here as DGN sets up for 1st and 10 at their own 42. Marshall, the quarterback, is going to take the snap. He's going to drop back. He's going to throw to the outside. It's going to be caught, and he's going to go down the sideline, and he's going to be a yard to 2 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, I think he's just be a yard short there. Went out of bounds. So to stop the clock with 8:18, it's going to be 2nd and 1 on the York 49.
Yeah, Antonio with the run there. These rosters we got are their last names.
Yeah, those are my last names, and they're not very clear.
So it's kind of hard to get that right away. Yeah. But nonetheless, it's going to be a 2nd and short here for DGN, entering Duke's territory here.
DGN getting the play here. They're in pistol formation.
Marshall's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off right up the middle. He's going to cut to the outside, and he's going to get around the 45, and that will be a first down for DGN as they move the chains.
Yep, DGN moving the chains here.
Trojans, tackled by number 7, Greg Whitbar.
Yeah. Again, this is their chance. Like what you said earlier, they haven't led since the second quarter. This is their chance to regain the lead back here in the 4th.
Yeah, Glom with the first down pickup there. So we'll see what they're going to do here. Looks like they have both running backs on the field here. Marshall, Glom's line up to his right. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. He's going to take it to the left. He's going to get tackled around the 40. Takes multiple guys to get him down, as well as set up a 2nd and 5. Glom with the run there. Good, solid runs.
Stopped by number 22, Matt Young.
Something we haven't really seen the Duke stop so far is Glom's.
Yeah, Duke's having trouble wrapping him up there, bringing him down. Took multiple guys. He broke a couple of tackles there.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Glom had the touchdown earlier, as he's had a very nice game for himself. But the Duke's defense needs to respond here and help their team out, as DGN is driving the field quickly and effectively. Marshall's going to take the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to throw it, and it's going to be caught. It's being tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Going to be a tackle for loss there.
Made by number 44, Thomas Hosler.
Thomas Hosler with the tackle there, the big tackle for a loss of a yard, and now will set up 3rd and 6 for DGN. This is a crucial play of the game.
It's a crucial play here. This is 4-down territory, so DGN, they have 2 chances here to gain 6 yards. The Dukes, they might be expecting a pass here or a run.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to think here, if they're going to try to punt it away and play it safe. Obviously, there's 6 minutes to go, so you don't want to give the York that good of a field position. Marshall is going to take back. He's going to step back. He's going to dump it off, and it's going to be caught. It's going to be tackled behind the first down marker.
Yeah, the halfback screen there. You got a gain of about 4 or 5 there. It's a gain of 4.
And that will set up 4th down and 2 as DGN looks to stay on the field here, as the Dukes need this stop.
DGN on their own 37 here.
Looking for the play here. If I'm DGN, I'm going right back to Glom.
Yeah.
Maybe set up a little wide receiver screen.
If you're the Dukes here, I said it looks like he's
Marshall
going under center.
He's going to hand it off to Gloms, and it will be Gloms. He's going to get tackled, and he will be short as the Dukes get the ball back, and a huge stop for this Dukes defense.
Yeah, he gets stopped. They turn the ball over. The Dukes with a chance to take the lead with about 5 minutes left here in the fourth.
And when you needed the Dukes defense to step up, they do just that.
Defense steps up. Now it's the offense's turn.
Yeah, and decent field position as well. As the York offense gets back on the field.
Yeah, we're like halfway through the fourth quarter here. Tie game.
Yeah, 5 more minutes to go. You can basically run this clock all the way down if you really want to.
For context, there is no overtime in sophomore games. So this could end in a tie.
I did not know that. Assad takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Georges. Georges going to cut to the right, and a good tackle there by number 3. Nathan Flory with the tackle there. He's going to stop him for a 0-yard gain as the Dukes look to get something going here.
Yeah, Dukes right back on the line of scrimmage here with the clock running. About to hit the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, even though Georges does have a touchdown today, we haven't seen him really excel as he did the first 4 weeks. Assad with Georges to his right. Assad's going to take the snap. It's going to be a low snap. He's going to dump it off to Maxwell. He's going to Wildcat. He's wide open, and he's going to go. One man to beat up, and that will be a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown for the Dukes.
What a play call by the Dukes there.
Assad through the screen to Christopher winning there.
Miles Coran.
Miles Coran with the touchdown there.
And winning. That was a great pass to Miles Coran there. And the Dukes are up 20-14, about to take the extra point.
And when nothing seemed to be working for the Dukes, they pull out a trick play that leaves him wide open.
Yeah, that was a great play call there by the Dukes. DGN was not expecting that.
Yeah, and the Dukes now have a 7-point lead if they can make this extra point here, as Connor Smith has basically been automatic this year.
Yeah, and Chris Whitten, the brother of former York quarterback and current Northwestern quarterback Sean Whitten.
He's got to take the kick. It's going to be up. It's a little squibber, but it will be good as the Dukes extend this lead to 7. As now DGN is going to have to respond. What did you see from that drive there, Jason?
I just saw they started a little run there, just like getting the clock moving. And then they, 2nd and 10, they brought out the trick play there with a big touchdown.
Yeah, you love trick plays. You don't see them often, but you love when they work, especially for the Dukes. And we will take a quick break here, as we'll be right back on York Sports Network. All right, and we are back here as the Dukes just pulled off that wild trickery play as they were ready to kick it away back to DGN with 4 minutes to go, looking to tie this game up and drive the field.
Yeah, DGN on the kickoff. They're lined up here about the 18-yard line, so they're expecting a short kick here.
Obviously, the Duke sophomore team is 5-0, looking to make them 6-0. As Connor Smith will kick this one away, it's going to be a little squibber out to the 25. And it's going to roll back. And he's going to try to get something out of it, but it's going to set DGN all the way up to the 15-yard line, and then we're going to have to drive 85 yards to get us back in the touchdown range here.
With 4 minutes and 32 seconds left, that is not good field position for the Trojans.
Yeah, this is no easy task, especially with the Duke's defense being dominant throughout this season. It's one of the main reasons they are 5-0 here.
DGN taking the field here now.
Yeah, DGN's looking to get something going. If you're Marshall, you got to be the game changer here. You got to step up for your guys and make plays.
Now that they're backed up so far, they might just start throwing the ball and getting out of bounds here to just stop the clock.
Marshall's going to take the snap. He's going to roll out to his left. It's going to be complete, but he's going to be tackled. But he's going to stay up and pick up a few extra yards. It's going to be a very short gain for GGN there.
Looks like he went out of bounds there. His clock stopped at 4:25.
Jacob
Grom with the catch there, as that's going to set up a second and look.
Second and 7.
Second and 7 for the Dukes here. I mean DGN here. As DGN's looking to get something going, but you do have times. You still have a timeout. As if you're DGN here, you're just trying to get good chunk plays and move the field efficiently and consistently.
Yeah.
Marshall with his Glom right up to his left. He's going to take the snap. He's going to go with the Glom, and he's going to get slammed down. A big tackle there. Glom's going to be feeling the effects of that one. Vincent Howard with the big tackle there. It's just going to set up a third down for GGN, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that was a big hit there. 3rd and 4. DGN, more than likely, is going to go for a 4th. So they have 2 plays here to get 4 yards.
As the Dukes fans are getting loud. Marshall. Glom to his right. He's going to step back. He's going to look. He's going to fire towards the sideline. It's going to be incomplete as that hits the ground.
Yeah. Looked like they were trying to complete it there on the screen pass, but it came up just short.
And now if you're GGN, you have to go for this 4th down here. And that's 4th and manageable at least. But like I said at the beginning of this drive, Marshall has got to be the playmaker here.
Marshall's got to step up here.
The Duke sideline is getting pumped up. The fans are pumped up. The odds are stacked against them. How will Marshall respond?
If you're Marshall here, you don't need to throw it. You don't need to throw it deep. You just need to get 4 yards. Focus on getting the first down here, and then you go from there.
Man in motion. Marshall's going to step back. He's going to look. He's going to look down the field. Nobody open. He's in trouble. He's going to try to take off of it, and he is going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and the Dukes will take over at the 22-yard line with 3 minutes and 33 seconds to go, with DGN only having 1 timeout.
And number 1, Max Bowie, was there as well.
Yeah. Big tackle there. Looked to be a double play action there.
Yeah, and the Dukes defense in this 4th quarter, 2 huge stops to help lead this game to being almost done for DGN. But you're going to have to get quick stops here for DGN, and a first down would basically seal this game for the Dukes.
Yeah, DGN with 1 timeout, and going back, it looked like Marshall was trying to scramble out, but
yeah,
they just got to him in time.
Rolled out to his right, and nobody was open at all. He tried to cut back to his left, but couldn't get anything, no room, and nobody was open. Now Assad likely going to end this off to Georges.
Yeah, they're likely going to run the ball here. If they pass it, it will probably just be a screen, or if they're backed up on 3rd down.
Assad is going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Georges. He's going to break through. He's going to keep staying on his feet, and he will pick up a first down.
Number 20,
Georges breaking tackles there.
And now for sophomore football standards, you are now in field goal range. And that way, if they can kick a field goal here, that would make it a 2-possession game and put this game away.
Yeah.
The clock is ticking with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Duke's 1st and goal here.
York probably just going to run the ball these next couple plays.
Yeah, if you're GGN, that's the play you want them to get first down on, though, first down.
This is where, if you're York, you don't want to, if you're Charlie George, you don't go out of bounds. And if you're York, you don't want to make any penalties here to move back.
Yeah, just nothing to stop the clock. You just want to keep running it and run this clock as far down as you can, as you are in field goal range.
Yeah, and you don't move out of field goal range because DJ was still, it's still 1-possession game.
Assad's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Georges, as Georges is going to cut inside for a few yards, as he will be around the 6-yard line. It will set up 2nd and goal. As the clock keeps ticking, we're curious when DGN is going to use his timeout.
Gain of 3 there on the run from number 20, Charlie Georges.
Dukes are getting the call here. DGN's defense looks really tired out right now, but they're trying to play through it and try to stop the Dukes to possibly keep this game alive. as Assad with Georges lined up to his right.
Yeah, if you're DGN, you are going to expect a handoff here. It's 2nd and 7.
Assad.
Try to give him the jump.
He's going to hand it off to Georges. Georges is going to cut back outside, and he's going to be in there for a touchdown. Christopher Georges, once again. We talked about it today. It's a very quiet night. Besides that one touchdown, and he seals the game for the Dukes here, as the Dukes will go by 2 possessions with barely any time left for DGN.
27-14, and that touchdown there basically seals the game. If you're DGN and you want to win the game, you got to score here quick, and you got to recover the onside kick, score a touchdown, and then go for 2.
Yeah, DGN just couldn't hold them up there. As a failure on offense and defense, just couldn't get it going, as Connor Smith is going to take the extra point here, and it's going to be up, and it is going to be good, as the Dukes make this a 28-14 lead. Georges, 2 touchdowns on the day, as we will be right back on York Sports Network.
Kicking off for the Dukes, number 26, Connor Smith.
All right, we are back here after that Christopher Georges 5-yard touchdown run, as that basically seals the deal for the Dukes here. But DGN looking to get their offense going here, maybe just for some pride coming up.
Yeah. 1:45 left here for Downers Grove North to score 15 points if they want to win this game.
Yeah, and this Dukes team, with the outcome staying the same, will improve to 6-0, which is a good future for the York Dukes varsity team coming up in a few years. It's going to be a little squibber. It's going to be caught around the 30, and he's going to take it to the 42-yard line. Is that where DGN will set up, as they need some quick plays fast?
Number 8.
Yeah, solid field possession there. DGN, this game, they were kind of moving the ball slowly. They got to pick up the pace here on offense.
Kind of funny how when Georges finally comes alive is when DGN knows they're going to Georges.
Yeah.
But York looking to seal the deal here with a defensive stop here. It's not much time. You're going to have to basically go the entire, you have to get a touchdown here and get an onside kick and get some Hail Mary lateral action going. Like they say, there's always a chance.
There's always a chance. DGN gonna pass the ball here.
Yeah, York with only 3 men lined up on the D line. Still looking to play prevent. He's gonna step back, he's gonna look, he's gonna fire, it's gonna be caught, and he's gonna still get only 2 yards out of that.
As number 18, tackle made by number 28.
18 with the catch there. Ja'Kai Williams with the tackle there. It's gonna be 2nd down as the clock is still ticking. And I feel like at this point, DGN is in no urgency.
18 was at the right hash mark, trying to get out of bounds, but just could not make it there, and the clock is running. We're about to reach the 1-minute mark here. DGN moving a little slowly.
They have no idea what the play is.
They all look confused.
Marshall, man line up to his right. He's going to step back, he's going to look downfield, and he's going to chuck it up. He's going to fire downfield, right into coverage. That is going to be incomplete, as the DGN wide receiver was able to deflect that one, as it was thrown right to Matt Young.
Yeah, Matt Young with the deflection there. Almost got the pick, which definitely would have sealed the game.
Yeah, it was just a floater there, as it'll be 3rd and 8 with 51 seconds to go. That does stop the clock, but I don't see any comeback happening today.
No, I don't.
Duke's sideline is fired up.
DGN with probably a 0.1% chance to win this
Marshall's going to step back. He's going to throw the sideline. It's going to be dropped. And then honestly, that might be for the better, as the clock would have kept running, as he bobbled it, as he was looking to make a move first before he was able to handle the ball.
Yeah, DGN, they could have, if he would have caught the ball and stayed in bounds, DGN could have used their final timeout there. They still have 1 timeout, 47 seconds left, down 14.
As this could be it, as the Dukes look to stop it on 4th and 8 and kneel this one down. As DGN just looking to keep this game alive. Set up at their 44-yard line. Marshall drops back, steps back. He's looking. He fires downfield, and that one is going to be caught. And what a catch there by number 84.
Number 84, Ryan Brown.
Ryan Brown with the big catch there to keep DGN alive as the clock stops until the referee, they all get to the line.
DGN not using their timeout here.
Marshall is going to spike it.
35 seconds left.
As that's the smart thing to do to preserve your timeout. As DGN keeps this game alive. Yeah, Ryan Brown with a great catch there. Marshall is going to step back. He's going to roll out. He's looking downfield. He's going to throw it downfield. He's going to man, and it's going to be incomplete as he overthrew him in triple coverage. With 29 seconds left, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, DGN on York's 27. Couldn't expect another big pass here. Again, he did throw it in triple coverage.
Yeah, Marshall just trying to make something happen here. These short plays aren't going to cut it with 30 seconds left to go. Needing to get this into the end zone here just to keep their chances alive.
Just overthrew the receiver there.
Yeah, he did have some separation. It wasn't like he was completely locked up. That was a perfect ball that could have had a chance to be a touchdown. But you have to look past that. Marshall is going to step back. He's going to look up the middle. He's going to fire, and it's going to be caught as he's trying to get the first down. He's going to be tackled around the 11-yard line.
Looks like
Ryan Brown with the catch there as they look like to spike it.
And they're spike here, 19 seconds left.
And all of a sudden, DGN is knocking on the door, looking to punch it in here. As this could give them a chance, as they still have that timeout they did save, which I was kind of questioning about. Would they save it, or would they try to just use it on the defensive stand? But obviously they saved it, and that's going to be very helpful for right now.
Yeah. And they saw the timeout. I was seeing there were a call out there on the big pass.
Yeah. For DGN, you're looking to go into the end zone here and throw it every ball in the end zone. And Marshall's going to roll it to his right. He's going to throw it to the end zone, and it is going to be caught. And they're going to call him inbounds.
Number 18, slid out of bounds.
And they're going to mark him down out of bounds. It's going to be caught inbounds, though, but it'll stop the clock with 13 seconds to go at the 5-yard line, as it'll be 3rd and 2.
DGN calling their final timeout here.
As it looks like he didn't get out of bounds. So the clock.
Timeout called. Downers Grove North.
So the clock would have kept running. So there goes that timeout. As that's a good one to save. Now you got 13 seconds here as you need to get in the end zone fast.
And we'd like to.
And we will take a quick break here as you are watching York Sports Network.
And Mr. Chambers for streaming numerous York sporting events. Follow them on YouTube and at Instagram.
All right, and we are back here with 13 seconds to go as DGN at the 5-yard line knocking on the door. Needs a touchdown right here, right now to keep this game alive and leave some time on the clock here. As Marshall's going to step back. He's looking to throw it. He's going to fire it towards the corner of the end zone. That is going to be incomplete.
8 seconds left. 4th and 2 coming up.
Final play of the game. DGN's already converted on 1 4th down this drive as they look to try to keep this game alive, but looking very slim with that clock being down to 8 seconds.
Yeah, 8 seconds, no timeout. So you got to expect DGN is going to throw it in the end zone here.
And it's got to be quick here. You need to still leave some time for that onside kick. Then you could possibly get one more play, but 8 seconds is not enough to work with. So you got to go really fast here and somehow make it work. As Marshall's going to step back. He's taking too much time. He's going to fire, and it's going to be incomplete. And it looked like it was knocked away, and that'll be a turnover on downs, and that will be it as York Dukes will win 28-14 with this kneel right here.
Yep.
Yeah, DGN was knocking on the door, but I feel like they would have had a shot, but they took a lot of time off before that minute mark as they were trying to decide the play. But the Dukes will come out alive, 6-0.
Yeah, York sophomore team gonna be 6-0. Future is looking bright here for the York football program.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. The first game I saw, I did not think at this point the York Duke sophomore team would be 6-0.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like that also could have been like a first game fluke that like you can see with like a lot of teams in the NFL.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with what they've done here. As the Dukes are ready to kneel this one down and call this one game and improve to 6-0.
Yeah, also with that first game, it was their first game in like 9-10 months, so they looked a little sloppy.
Assad is going to get it, and he's going to kneel it down, and that will be it as the Dukes win 28-14. What are your thoughts on this game, Colino?
28-14.
We saw very run first offense. Charlie Georges didn't have very big plays. He did have 2 touchdowns. But also, one thing to note out was Christopher Whitten's touchdown pass.
Yeah, obviously, very big game. But make sure to tune in tonight as we have one of the biggest high school matchups in the state of Illinois tonight.
Yeah, as it's number 4 DGN at York.
And that is all the time we have, folks. As you're watching York Sports Network, have a good night and go Dukes.